Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a Wednesday video. This is just going to be a quick back talk over session of how my back went from, as you see in the thumbnail, to how it is now. Just what I trained my back and how I optimally grow my back. Now some of you in this will be like, oh, I've seen some of the exercises that I've done and think I've been told not to do that. It's worked for me and I think it can work for you, and it's worked for plenty of my other friends who I take through the same workout every single week. So this is obviously just like a video just talking about how obviously I optimally grow my back and why I train this way and etc. Back is one of my favourite one of my favourite sessions to train, especially at the moment with seeing all the changes in my back. I'm love training back at the moment. So yes, I hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, so this is my talk over what I do for my back session. So first off, I'll always start off with barbell rows. Obviously being on a cut, this for strength wise hasn't actually went down at all. I'm still quite strong on barbell rows. I'll do about 5 to 6 sets, starting from 60-70 kilo and going all the way up to about 120 kilo. I only have 2 clips in here though, because I don't want to make the video really long and bore you. But so I'll always start light, just getting that slow contracting the muscle, and then it'll just get a bit faster with the reps, etc. These are one of my favourite back exercises to do. I feel like I get a proper contraction in my back, and it's a good mass movement as well, and I feel like it's a lot safer than doing deadlifts, especially if you're on a cut or you're not that strong on deadlifts. I do recommend doing barbell rows. It is a lot safer. Now the trick with barbell rows for me is don't have a really long accumulated rest. Just have I always have about 10-20 seconds to either switch in the song, change the music, or my rest is literally wrapping up, getting ready to do my next set. So don't have that really long rest, because you'll lose that contracted feeling in your back, and it isn't gonna properly get your back pump sorted. So I never like to have a long rest on anything really, but mainly with barbell rows, I prefer to just put the weight on, have a quick drink, get set up for the next one, and then straight back into it. And it'll just be like a constant cycle of that until I go heavy. And then when I sort of get around the 110, 120 kilo, I'll have a little bit of a longer accumulated rest. But even then, not too much. I very much train like a 70s bodybuilder. So rest for me, I don't really use rest. My rest time is very, very short. I kind of get bored, to be fair. So, with barbell rows, you want to do it overhand, bringing it back and really contracting the back of your shoulder blades together, really working your upper lat as well as your scapula down the middle. And if you put your elbows out a little bit as well, it can work your rhomboids. Now this is a new exercise I've just started to put into my training regime. It's called pendulum rows. So it's similar to barbell rows, but it's like a deadlift, but you just keep your back bent, your legs bent, and you bring it up to just below your sternum, bouncing it off your chest and then bounce it off the floor. And it's literally bringing your shoulder blades together, and it's working the top of your lats, your rhomboids, your scapula, just below your rear delts as well. It's working that whole back side of your, the whole top of your back, and then it's also working down that spine as well to get that kind of split demon look that I always talk about. Next, we're on to dumbbell rows. I do a lot of rows to start off with my session, just to because these are my biggest mass movements other than lat pull down. So I will start off on 40 kilos on each arm, do 2 sets of that, and then go to 50 kilos dumbbells and do 2 sets of that as well. Now the trick with this is I used to do a different type of form. If you watched my old videos, I've started changing my form and started doing a bit more upright, really bringing it and contracting my lat and really bringing it back. You want to keep your elbow tight to your body. It's the same as if you were to do it was the same as if you were to do chest support rows. You want to keep your elbows as tight to your body as possible to really get that contraction, and try not to swing as much. Obviously if it's a bit heavy, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of swinging, but try also pushing yourself to the absolute limits on this, because it is such a good mass movement on your back and you can feel it properly working.
like I say, if you want to keep your elbow close to your body, it'll work the best and you'll feel that best contraction. As you can see here, I'm kind of like twisting into it, but it's not like I'm twisting into it because it's heavy. I'm twisting into it because I'm trying to engage my lat, like my lower lat especially, because the trick is you want to be able to target your whole lat, not just your upper lat, mid lat or bottom lat. You want to try and get it all involved. So as you can see, this is a good angle here. As you can see, you can bring it back and you can literally see the muscle at the top of my back working all the way down. Next up is chest supported rows. I do about 3 sets of these, nothing too manic with these. Literally just I start heavy at 24 kilos. Do about ranging 6 to 8 reps because I don't really prefer these that much, but they do work. So you want to keep your elbows close to your body when bringing it in, kind of lifting your chest up, and then your head up as well. Really contracting the bottom of your shoulder blades together, working down the bottom of your spine and your scapula as well. Really targeting your lower lats as well. It gives you that kind of like definition lines. And when I say the demon back face, I use it as a genuine motive. So when I say the eyes, I mean like your shoulder blades. When I see the wrinkles, I mean like the definition lines, and that does work your wrinkles. This is my like theory of back movement really. So when I say demon face back, I'll not say like rhomboid, scapula, lats and stuff. I'll say like the eyes, etc. So that's chest supported rows. It's basically the same as barbell rows. Now we're going on to heavy lat pull downs. So I'll always start with about 4 to 5 sets of heavy lat pull downs, going from 52 kilo to about 73. This isn't the best form in the world because, like I say, it's heavy lat pull down, so I'm just really bringing it in. But with that pull downs, I always tell everyone, put your hands about shoulder width apart, so never too wide because you're not going to do anything. If you bring it shoulder width apart, like my hands are there, it's perfect. So you can bring your elbows in. You want to bring your lat, like shoulder blades together, and it works obviously your lats. As you can see, the top of my back as well, it's got that wrinkle line I was literally just talking about, and then it obviously works your eyes as well, which are the wings coming out the side. With it, you want to obviously not force it down with your tries. You want to kind of just bring it. You want to pull with your back. You don't want to force it down with your tries, as you've seen there. I'm pulling with my back and not forcing it down, and I'm trying to like almost elbow myself in the side, as you can see. That's the best way. And then I'll go over to 3 sets of close grip, very slow and controlled movement. Do about 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. I normally do this till failure, but this is obviously training in the morning and my gym bro doesn't train with me, so we can't do partials, etc. So this is very slow and controlled movement, bringing it down to your chest, holding it for a couple of seconds and then bringing it back up, and then try and do a little bit of partials just to end and just get that muscle fibers really burning. With close grip, you want to keep your elbows as tight to your body as possible and kind of like pulling it down, but like you could feel your chest stretching. A little tip that I found out when I first started was doing it actually works the top of your chest. If you bring your elbows really close, it spreads your chest out, and trying to really engage your shoulder blades together and doing a very slow movement. With lat pull downs, you can do it fast, you could do it heavy, you could do it slow, you could do partials, etc. Whereas close grip, I feel like it's perfect for really tearing them muscle fibers in your back and really getting that contraction. I feel like one of my best pumps I get off is the close grip or like a wider grip bar. You've seen me use it in the past. That's one of the best pumps I get off. So I'll always start slow and then go heavy. This is another thing I've just started putting into my back workout regime is, I don't know the name of it, but I'm going to call it like face pullovers. So obviously working your lats and your core. So you're bringing it all the way back and then bringing it through, kind of like pulling with your back. As you can see, like on the edge of the bench, you can see my lats are literally wide as hell because it's working my lats and it's bringing it forward and kind of just getting that like wing look. The wing look that I'm to be able to have like that demon back face. Literally, like as you can see, my wings actually look quite good in this on my back, like Griffin Airlines now boarding. But And it also does work your core. I didn't realise it worked your core till the next day when I tried to train. I couldn't barely move. So if any of you watching this are a fan of like Lex Little, you would have seen him and Trent Twins and Steph Myers did this in their recent video. I was like, I really like that. I want to give that a shot. Give it a shot, and the pump I got off it was ridiculous. This is me struggling to get to the bench, but it really does work your back. As you can see, there's a little bit of a better angle as well. Works the side of your lats. You're gonna not go too heavy. You want it to be slow and controlled, and then making sure you've got that control in it. I think if you were with a gym partner and you wanted to go heavy and do train like Little does, more than happy to go heavy, but it's hard to just pull over by yourself. I realised that. Another thing as well is when I did it, I didn't realise that you could put the bench back a little bit further and then just bring it down a bit, and you can get a bit of a better movement. You've seen me do these before, literal just pullovers, keeping your elbows as close to your body as possible and pulling with your back. You don't want to pull with your elbows out, because then you're not doing anything. You want to keep your elbows nice and close to your body and pulling like with your back, and then trying to contract your back together, as you can see, bringing your lats and your shoulder blades together. A lot of people say do this with your chest out. My best thing for this is kind of start with your head looking at the floor, and then when it comes closer to your, like to the bottom of your torso, bring your head up. So, and then push your chest out and kind of like lean into it when it goes up, and then lean back when it comes closer. That's my best way to describe it. Alex Eubank describes it in a bit of a different way. He says puff your chest out the whole time. I think putting your head against the floor and looking up is so much better. This is just T-bar rows. This is just to finish off the session with a bit of a nice mass movement. I do about 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps, going quite heavy. With this, you want to keep your elbows as close as possible, trying to get that best range of motion. It is hard to get a best range of motion with this, because obviously, like, if you're a bigger lad and you've got bigger chest, you're not going to fully get that range of motion, and I feel like for me it's a bit awkward, but I still try and get that engagement in my lats, and I still feel it. So as you can see there, nice, slow and controlled, holding it in and bringing it slow. You want to keep your elbows as tight to your body as possible. Now, I always finish off with a bit of dead man hangs, just to really stretch the back out, to make sure that my back hasn't got any niggles from the training session I've had, and just to decompress my spine with all the pain in it. And then when I go to take gym pics or gym video or pump video, sorry, it looks a lot better and everything looks a bit more tidy. The reason why I'm wrapping up as well with dead man hangs is because literally off that session I could not feel my hands. My grip was absolutely destroyed off that session. Now this is how the physique's looking. This is how the physique's looking. This is how the back's looking. I'm at a comfortable 88 kilo at the moment, so I'm feeling very, very slimmed down, very shredded. Not as shredded as I'd like to be, but the definition's definitely coming in. Still a lot of things I need to work on, like lower belly fat, lower chest fat, etc. I'm hoping by summer I will be about 80 kilos, my goal. If I can get to 78 kilo, that would be lovely. Just struggling with a few things mentally, which I'm going to come across. I'm going to come across in the Friday video. I'll talk about a few points on that and just bring you guys up to date with what goes on through my head while being on a diet. Like, it isn't actually easy, and how you've got to battle with your head constantly. So I hope you enjoyed the video.
You've been lost and alone in the city, getting high, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you, I'll stay beside you, I'm never letting you go. You've been lost and alone in the city, to know that I will guide you home.
That was a video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it give you a few tips and helped I can't speak English today, helped you train your back and help you give you tips for the next session you have. I really can't speak of the day, and I'm gonna have to leave. I'm leaving that in because that's just stupid. But yeah, so Friday's video, I don't have anything planned at the moment. There has been a lot going on the past few days that messed up my schedule. Currently got sacked from my job, so currently trying to figure things out of things to plan in the foreseeable future so far. But Friday's video, it's gonna be a little bit of just a check-in with you guys. So literally just a video talking about a few topics and stuff. I want to try and get my pal into the video as well. If not, then it's just gonna be me talking. There will still be a training aspect in it again, similar to the one I did a few weeks ago, because I know you do like the training montages, etc. So yeah, if you don't follow me on my socials, they're in the bottom left corner as always. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Put the bell notifications on so you know when I upload. And if we can, let's try and get about... I'm not going to go for a huge goal. 10 likes. That's not huge. Last Monday's video as well, he's actually smashed it. He's done really well on that video. I didn't expect it to do well, but you did really well, and I hope if you're a new person and have never followed me, it shows you a bit more what I'm about. So yeah, I hope you're having enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next video.